We have our final question now before closing statements, 30 seconds each to answer this one. First to you, Congressman. You pointed to your bipartisan record as a reason Granite Staters should vote for you, but we want to know about the political temperature in this country and what commonly seems like American versus American. What's your biggest concern about division in the United States right now, and how can you address it?
Well, it does feel like we're so divided, and I think the rhetoric, especially toward the end of a campaign, gets incredibly hot. But what we've got to remember is that we're all on the same team here. And the fact is, there are great people on both sides of the aisle that are patriotic Americans that believe in the future of this country. And we've got a lot of people that are watching America at this moment, including the autocrats of the world like Putin and Xi, that believe America's best days are behind us, that democracy is not up to the task. And we've got to prove them wrong. And so I hope we all wake up on the morning of November 6th and figure out ways to come together and solve problems. That's the track record I've had in Washington as the third most bipartisan member of the entire House of Representatives. I partner with Republicans on 80% of the legislation.
Congressman.
That's the kind of work that can break the gridlock.
And 30 seconds to you, Counselor.
Well, I learned 20 years ago that negative campaigning just ends up being a negative campaign, and one person who does the best negative campaigning usually wins. That's really not the way that I wanted to run my elections since then, and I've strived very, very hard to make sure that we talk about the issues. And I think that you lose credibility when you attack persons that it's untruthful attacks. And I have to say that I was disappointed in Chris Pappas, and earlier on he was doing some untruthful advertising about my record. So I appreciate that he did take those things down. So the last thing I would say,
Counselor, we've hit time. We've got to go to final statements.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, we're out of time for the evening.